Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3 with me, Bring It On. Let's swap out some equipment. I'm going to give my Paladin back the Gloves of Dexterity, mostly for the +1 to attack, but he'll also get improved initiative with the increase to his Dexterity score. And Shadowheart doesn't need Dexterity anyway because the Infernal Rapier uses her spellcasting stat for attacks. Which doesn't matter right now because I'm going to swap back to the Blood of Lathander, at least until we use Sunbeam. Let's look at Divine Intervention. Call upon your deity in your moment of greatest need. Once they interfere, your deity will never do so in this manner again. The caster can only use this feature once in their adventure. Okay, we have options. Sunder the Heretical, 8 to 80 radiant damage. Call upon your deity to bring forth a radiant cataclysm upon all nearby enemies. And they can save against it. Well, that's lame. I guess at least it's a wisdom save, not a dexterity save. Opulent Revival. Resurrect fallen companions with half their hit points and restore all nearby allies as if they had long rested. Golden Generosity. Call upon your deity to provide you with a rich bounty of potions and camp supplies. They better be some really good potions. Arm Thy Servant. Call upon your deity to grant you a legendary weapon forged in the fires of your holy bond. And it's permanent.
Down.
Why would I not cast that right now? Devotee's Mace. So we just get a free legendary mace. It's +3. It grants Healing Incense Aura. Emanate a soothing aura. You and nearby allies regain 1 to 4 hit points at the start of your turn. Okay. That seems like the best option because it's permanent. Also, we're going to give her back the Hellrider's Pride. His Blade Ward is fantastic.
Can't give up now.
And then on my Paladin, I'm going to go with the Grimskull Helm. 2 of the 3 effects are redundant because he's already immune to critical hits with his armor, and he's resistant to fire damage through the Darkfire Bow. But Hunter's Mark is fantastic and a bonus action, so we'll equip that. And hide that helmet. And that's all I wanted to do, I believe.
Breathe deep and move.
Prepare the march. The console bursts into life. A mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like.
Begin to manipulate the mind. I guess start with speech. Oh, we're connecting speech to speech, right? Can I reset this?
mind passively awaits your input.
Yeah, sever the connection and start over. Now I know what I'm doing, I can map it out in advance, hopefully. We could probably also lockpick the door if I wanted to. Alright, so motion only has the one node it can go to. We probably just keep that along the bottom, right? So here to here. Then up to the right. So reason blocks that. So I think to get to speech, we have to go this way. So I might go this way instead with emotion. That's going to limit speech as well. Speech would have to go this way, which means reason has to go this. Okay, so we do have a way forward for all of them. Yeah, emotion has to go this way, so we can't use that one. No reason to go up and around, right? So then speech has one path forward. It makes that simple. Then we just hop over here, right? It's the only path it can take.
Stir. Welcome.
Alright, then memory. Hold on, let's see. Reason has two paths, memory has one. So we'll do that one next. To this point.
Stir. Welcome.
That should do it. Time to see what's back there.
Brain Blast. I used to watch a lot of Jimmy Neutron as a kid.
Your tadpole echoes, not with presence, but memory, tinged with loss.
The grand design. Order. Perfection. Unity. Every plane. As one. Every being. In their place.
That loss blooms into a sudden fury, burying claws in your mind.
Taken. Corrupted. Gone.
And just as suddenly, pain and memory are gone, leaving only stone once more.
The grand design. The restoration of the Mind Flayer Empire. The dream of all Illithids.
How did the Illithid Empire fall?
I don't know. I'm just glad it fell.
Also, I did want to swap out my amulet for something a little better. I forgot we had this one too. Along with the Spellcrux amulet. Let's do the Surgeon Subjugation amulet.
Faithful. We depart.
Some other goodies here. Brain Drain Gloves. Grants mental interference. When you deal psychic damage, you also inflict mental fatigue for 2 turns. Somewhere deep in the spongy gray matter and little jiggly bits that comprise the brain, the memory of the slimy tadpole slithering over your eyeball lingers. Circlet of Mental Anguish. Grants Psychic Leech. When an enemy fails a Charisma, Intelligence, or Wisdom saving throw against one of your spells or cantrips, you regain 1 to 4 hit points. Spell magic is seeped into the circlet, rejoicing at the slightest touch of despair. And a bow.
The absolute.
A Waking Mind. And Blade of Oppressed Souls. It's a longsword, a +1, does psychic damage. Grounding Strike. It doesn't have the unique coloration that these skills usually have when it's unique to the weapon. Unleash the Wails of the Dead that fell to your blade, and possibly instill Crown of Madness in the target. Fragments of dead souls are imprisoned in the steel. Angry, powerful, hopeful, or scared. All of them rose up against their illithid masters, and all of them fell to this blade. Now they are trapped forever, forced to aid their oppressors. Let's head back to that quote machine and talk to the waking mind. And then I believe we have a date with Ketheric. I'm a little concerned about this one quest. So we have conflicting information. It's saying she might be somewhere in the Mind Flayer colony. And then here it says she must have found a way out of this accursed place. We don't have a quest marker, so I'm assuming she's not down here.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
And I speculate that Raphael may have rescued her.
The city. Every soul living.
Fine bones, sharp jaw. Some variety of elf? Pretty enough for a flesh prison, if not the noble Gethzerai features I was born with. I'd guess you're no willing guest of the Gate either. Perhaps we might aid one another.
You called yourself Githzerai. Is that some kind of Githyanki?
Oh, for a set of hands to slap your face! The Yankee lost their way the moment Gith threw down the Gate Empire. Only we, Zerai, continue the war to end the Gate forever. Only we fight them on their own battlefield. The Mind.
You're remarkably sane for a pickled brain.
A Githzerai's mind is not so easily cracked. Our discipline was the very reason we were attacked. My order taught a psionic technique much feared by the Gate. They destroyed us for it, and kept me as a trophy. I never broke, but I've spent all these centuries awake, aware. So here is my offer. Use your tadpole, erase me, and I will pass my technique on to you.
You catch the lie. The monk isn't telling everything.
If you want my help, then tell me the truth.
All right, The Gate did not find my monastery. I led them there. They promised me immortality, and they gave it. I have been their rotting trophy for centuries.
As her agitation swells, so does her latent psionic power. To your tadpole, that guilt and terror are almost fragrant. You realize the Illithids locked her away not as a trophy, but as a fine vintage.
Please, touch my mind and purge it. The moment you do, my knowledge will be yours.
So I'm guessing consuming her mind is the bad option. She asked me to purge it, so that's what I'll do. Reach out and purge her mind. Normally I wouldn't touch the Illithid powers with a 37.5-foot long pole, but this is the right thing to do. And we have the power to do it.
The awareness that floods you is nothing like the tadpole. It is tentative and tinged with the loneliness of eons. It fades beneath your touch, but you feel something left behind. A fragment.
It is only knowledge yet, without comprehension. But when you use it, you will see. And I see.
Githzerai Mind Barrier. Having assimilated a splinter of Githzerai knowledge, mental barriers have been erected in the affected entity's mind. It has advantage on intelligence saving throws, which is great because that's our weakest attribute. Oh, neat.
Down. Down.
The hero at heart.
Oh wait, what happened to my Cambion?
Can't slow down.
Okay, I do believe that we're done here. I'm a little concerned about Mole, but since there's no quest marker, I'm assuming that she's gone. Because Raphael did express interest in her, and
Have a lot on my mind.
probably came to her rescue in exchange for signing a contract.
Descend. Obey.
Oh, I unequipped the Infernal Rapier, so the Cambion probably disappeared. I just didn't notice when it happened.
Light on my feet.
Well, I do believe we are all set. Let's go ahead and move the inherent skills over here.
Descend. Assemble.
Let's put Scratch next to us. There we go. Alright.
Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around a lot more than usual?
I'm gonna quick save.
It's almost like it's excited by something, drawn to it.
Looking ahead.
Thank you, autosave.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
Enter. Sir Brave Ketheric who ran away.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. if you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketheric. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketheric, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The Lash of Thorm!
The Testament of Myrkul!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mystra commands.
Gale, you cannot do this. You can't condemn us to death.
What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counseled my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance.
Trust me, Gale. We'll find another way.
I do trust you. More than myself right now. Perhaps even more than Mystra. I have no desire to end your life, you know that. To end it? To struggle on. It is a grave choice you're making for us both. But if it must be so... very well. I'll stand down to stand by you.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketheric, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
A piece of 3. Piece together Ketheric's allegiances. So they called Orin the Slayer. And she's obviously the one tied to Ball, so I wonder if she's actually the Slayer, or if that's just the moniker. That'll make for an interesting fight. Okay, another quick save, and in we go.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out.
Why is the prism so important to you?
The very fact of your being attests to its power. Despite your infection, you resisted the brain here in the heart of its domain. What good is an army of thralls if they do not obey their master? Let us speak plainly. My Lord Myrkul gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Myrkul, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant.
You're planning on betraying your allies.
Yes. Join the army of the dead, true soul. Witness Lord Myrkul's glory.
I appreciate how succinct he is in his responses. A Night Song is trapped in Ketheric's soul cage, but she can be freed from it by using the help action on her. Okay, I see.
Give them 9 hells. Survival is all that matters.
Well, I should probably have my paladin go over here. He has the best movement. Pat on the back and you're all set. I should have Missy stepped up here. I can still do it. What's up, buddy? And her role was to get over here.
On I go.
Take care of these guys, hopefully. I guess Gale could do the same thing. I also get up here and help out my paladin. Because we're friends.
On the victor's path.
Alright, Gale's about to get targeted. Let's hope. Oh, I didn't see the Mind Flayer up there. Let's hope he doesn't get attacked too much until next turn when I get Mirror Image put up. Oh, annoying.
Face me!
Back in your cage!
Oh yeah, what can she do? She has Moonbeam. Like, ghostly flames engulf any creature that enters this silvery, so I guess that's just on herself at all times. I reach from beyond, I'm not too worried about. It does decent damage. And it is on Gale. I'm gonna counterspell that. A child of the Moon Maiden. Blessed with the favor of a goddess, Nightsong cannot be permanently killed. When unconscious, the start of her turn, she recovers 1 hit point. A divine health that the paladin gets, extra attack, and opportunity attack. Not worth a shot. Alright, Gale. Since you're being focused by everybody, well... let's do this. Take some of the bodies off the field, I think, is the best play.
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal. Myrkul, Lord of Bones, I am here. I am ready. I am yours. You dare end one who belongs to me. I am the smile of the worm-cleansed skull. I am the regrets of those who remain, and the restlessness of those who are gone. I am the haunt of mausoleums, the god of graves and age, of dust and dust. I am Myrkul, Lord of Bones, and you have slain my chosen. But it is no matter, for I am death, and I am not the end. I am a beginning.
Shit.
Yeah. So I'm guessing this is the Avatar or Apostle of Myrkul. Visage of the Dead God. To Myrkul's presence, the Apostle exudes the God of Death's unholy will and bone chills all nearby creatures. Consume the Faithful. The Apostle can use a reaction to consume a sacrificial necromite and gain Reaper's Reward. Consumed a necromite's soul and gain the ability to cast Finger of Death. Oh no. The rest of this is all of Ketheric's abilities. He is undead, so... Radiant damage. sorry, us. Thanks for taking the hits for me, though. Did I not counter? I shouldn't retaliate against her. Whoopsies. It's fine if they're targeting the ghoul. It's kind of what he's there for.
Well, so much for peace.
We're fine to just keep swinging. I probably should have popped this early on. I'll pop it next turn.
Can't give up. Not now.
Oh, it's also going to hit her. I don't want to do that. Oh, no, my concentration's broken. She's back on our side.
Battle favors the fearless.
Can I target this in a way that's not going to hit the ghoul? I guess it doesn't matter if it does.
Now you wear a face to match your soul.
Not really good at this whole fighting thing, are you? A little odd watching her climb when she has wings. Oops, forgot to... Pop Divine Favor.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
The villain is dead! The wretch! Together, we have crushed him, brain and body. Now, we pick our way toward our fates, unleashed.
You have my sword. My fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
She's not a companion, is she?
The chosen of Myrkul is dead. Permanently destined.
Ketheric's netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
Oh, we gotta finish this fight up real quick.
Let's finish this.
There we go. Okay, we have a fair bit to look at. Let's loot everything else before we do his armor, because that might progress the game.
Time to press ahead.
That was a fun little fight. Not difficult in the slightest. But it was fun. Also, so my paladin is very well equipped for a fight like this. His radiant damage does bonus damage to undead. Silver knife. Silver knife. Silver knife. Oh, that was a silver glass I think I picked up. But it doesn't matter. More stuff to sell. I've seen the Amulet of the Absolute before. The Grand Design. Dictated to describe Yanthus by Enver Gortash. Grand Design is the Mind Flayer's species-wide ambition to return to the days of their conquering greatness through an act of sudden mass ceramorphosis, giving the Elder Brain and overall command an implacable army of illithid slave warriors with which to defeat all their old enemies. Human and humanoid, Githyanki, and Ulitharid? Of course, this is delusional madness, megalomania on a cosmic scale. And I know just how to turn it to our purposes. We're going to help the Mind Flayers enact their grand design, but only in the way that suits us. The illithid shall have their crusade to enslave, but they'll be acting in turn as our slaves. We shall determine the how, when, and where of their great illithid outbreak. To be precise, I, Gortash, will determine these things, as commanding the grand design is clearly a Banite task. Invitation to Lord Gortash. Lord Gortash, the Committee of Concerned Patriarchs would like to extend an invitation to a formal meeting at the High Hall to discuss plans, short and long term, for the economic livelihood of Baldur's Gate. Tuesday the 12th, noon, a luncheon will be served. May we presume your attendance. Lord Hirrilin, Committee Chair. So all the higher-ups are going to be there, right? That doesn't bode well. Let's just check back here to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't see anything back there. Alright, let's loot Ketheric Thorm. Actually, let's try to talk to him. You know, his body's probably too damaged after Dame Aelin got a hold of it, but we'll try. Oh, and he's undead, so it doesn't work anyway.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
How is it you're able to leave the Astral Prism now?
A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened.
Ketheric transformed during the fight. What was that?
I believe you fought and defeated an avatar of Myrkul, the god of necromancy. A remarkable feat. Ketheric was Myrkul's chosen. I know Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. He is a worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are chosen of the Dead Three.
Chosen of the Dead Three.
Bane, Baal, and Myrkul. The Tyrant, the Assassin, and the Necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together, and with those stones, and that crown, I dare not imagine what they might achieve.
What are these stones?
The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Netherese. These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
Yeah, I don't want to question myself, especially as a paladin. What do we do now?
We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Okay. A supply pack? How exciting. Crumpled note. Papa, I love you. Love from... is. Aw. Alright, Ketheric's Warhammer. the psychic damage to +1. This hammer's weight is centered, not central, on enchanted obsidian at the base of the head. Some nights before bed, Ketheric would sneak in a way-faced glance at the hammer and think about the stone, and wonder what unknown facet of his heart bore his weight. Ketheric's Shield grants arcane enchantment, gain a +1 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. And Shield Bash, we've seen that before, advantage on dexterity saving throw checks. In the Theater of Dreams, Ketheric killed his wife every night. That wasn't how things happened. Always upon waking, he would glare into the dark, long-faced and solemn. He would think, "I keep you alive with my memories, beloved. I kill you with what I've become." And Reaper's Embrace. Ooh, heavy armor too. So grants magical plate. All incoming damage is reduced by 2. Reaper's Rigidity. When activated, you can't be moved against your will by any spell or action, but have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. And Howl of the Dead. Let out a bone-chilling howl that numbs all nearby creatures. And Numb, movement speed halved, the spellcaster has advantage on attack rolls against the affected entity. Removed by help or when hit by the spellcaster. Heavy steel bones and teeth enclose the armor's chest and neck, like a grotesque exoskeleton that both swallows and protects the wearer. I'm gonna give this to Gale. I mean, I could wear this. I'm still immune to critical hits with the Grimskull helm. Is this a bonus action? Howl of the Dead is. How do you activate Reaper's Rigidity? Is it on all the time? Okay, you can toggle it in your passives. But I already have this. Oh, it's a little different. So it can't be enwebbed, entangled, or ensnared. And this other one means I just can't be moved. I thought I had the item equipped where if I'm concentrating, I can't be moved. It's a pair of boots, isn't it? Or maybe it's the Boots of Striding I'm thinking of. I mean, I might wear this for a bit. We'll see. But either way, for now, I'm going to call it here. Next time, we'll take the portal to the surface. I believe Dame Aelin already did. I'm sure we have a few people to catch up with, like Jaheira, Isabel, who based on how Ketheric was talking is probably dead. Or is going to die because Myrkul stopped empowering Ketheric. And of course, Dame Aelin has something to say about Shadowheart, so for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.